Alright, so here is the Fantom Twister commercial. After some finagling, I finally managed to get the dust cup off of the machine. And, yep. And the interesting thing, the funny thing, is that, as many of you know, the other Fantom Twister I don't run very much due to the fact that it's missing the filter on the inside of the dust cup. Now, on this particular machine, not only is it missing the HEPA filter, but now that I finally got the dust cup off, I can see that the filter is missing. So I cannot catch a break with these Euro Pro Fantoms. But, so the way that I finally got the dust cup off is I removed a million screws and a few different brackets and things. What finally got this off was the screw on this thing right here that gave it enough looseness and enough tolerance for me to wedge this thing off. And the issue, and you can see I got the button back out, every time this button is pushed in, it doesn't spring back out. And no amount of messing with the button... Oh, never mind. You gotta kind of mess with this, and it pops back out. The best way is to take this latch right here, which is what mainly holds in the bin, and just kind of play with it, push it in and out a few times, and then this button pops back out. But you can see just the slightest poke pushes it in. So this is just an awful system, and I don't care how much I like the Fantom name. This is awful. And I'm wondering if this was a common problem when these machines were out. One thing I can say is that this plastic is incredibly brittle, even after just 12 years of existing. Every single screw that I pulled out of this machine has brought plastic shards with it, and is slowly stripping out the screw holes. Everything in this machine that I've removed so far, which are the two screws, which are the two screws on either side of this, two screws in here, two screws up here with this bracket, two screws on either one of these brackets, and yep, that's all the screws that I've removed thus far. Every single one has brought with it some sort of plastic deterioration, because these metal screws screw directly into very brittle plastic, which is just horrible. And yes, while there is the potential that this could have just aged poorly, I don't see any scenario in which this plastic would be strong enough to handle any sort of commercial usage, even out of the box. The only thing commercial about this is the cord, and I can understand why these were very short-lived and did not last very long, despite the actual Fantom name lasting for a good almost decade, actually about 8 years after it was purchased off of Iona. So this whole thing is just a train wreck, and I still like this thing. I still like the way it looks, and I still like the way it sounds and its features, but the build quality, the durability, the structural integrity of this machine is awful. And it's definitely really unfortunate that it's also not only having the issues that I now have to work on, mainly with this, it's missing the one filter that I was actually really hoping to get out of this machine. Because even if I wanted to send this back, I at least then had a filter for my other twister. Or the idea was I was going to buy this, it would have that filter, and then I could sell the other twister to help pay for this one, since this is the one I wanted more, and I didn't see it necessary to keep both of these machines. But now it appears that this also does not contain the filter. Does this... Let's see if this actually opens. Obviously it does have the twister portion, so we can't see it rotating in there, so it already works better than the other one. I believe this is the dust cup release. Or no, this is the release for the filter on the inside of it. That's what that's for. This is the dust cup release. Which, oh my, and this has the same issue that the other one has, where this centerpiece does not actually stay inside the bin. So is that this just being defective, or is that just a trope of these Europro Fantoms? Because if so, that's pathetic. You can see that little bit of dirt that it picked up from the carpet. Yeah. So that's what the inside of that looks like. I do love the purple color, and I do wish I had gotten a black one of these, because the black one looks very similar to an original Thunder. But I do like the white. The white does look nice. It's something a bit different. But still, while I do love the way it looks, I do love the way it looks as a display piece and as a very interesting note in the Fantom history. The actual vacuum itself, after doing all this work on it, leaves a lot to be desired. And dare I say, I mean, any modern Shark that you can think of is better than this machine, honestly. Any modern Shark has a better filter setup that's more foolproof, less things to go wrong on it. There is some things that I like better on this. These actual hose connectors, compared to like the newer Navigators, not like the Apex and Vertex, but like the Navigators and Navigator liftaways that you can find, this does feel a lot sturdier. But the rest of the machine, I mean, this just feels, this whole machine just feels like a toy. I mean, and trust me, it was like that even with all the screws in. This whole thing just creaks and creaks and cracks and croaks and quawks and all sorts of adjectives. This thing just feels cheap. And it's also very heavy. Not like crazy heavy, but it's comparable in weight to an original Thunder. And despite that, the Thunders are very well built. The Furies, yeah, the Cyclone XTs, yeah, I could see those. The build quality in those aren't the best. They're not bad, but I could see that giving a bad taste for someone who's predispositioned to not like a Fantom. But the Thunders build very well. Those are much more commercial machines, given the fact they started off as a commercial machine with the Vectron. Or another thing related to the Fantom, the Clear Track. The Clear Track is a supremely built machine. It doesn't look amazing, but it performs exactly how it should. This is an insult to the Fantom name. And in a way, maybe it's almost good these weren't successful, because, and this explains why they weren't successful, because this is horrible. This is not something you should pawn off as a commercial grade machine. Especially given the fact that the one commercial grade thing, this isn't even a pigtail style cord, which granted this cord's very similar to the Sanitaire that I currently use as a daily driver. I mean, hell, it might even be the same cord, but this is what makes it called a commercial, just the cord. Because everything else on this, yeah, the metal base plate is nice, the metal brush roll, that's all good, that's all nice. The rubber coated wheels, that's fantastic, and these even have aged rather well. But the actual plastic body is just, ugh. I really don't like this machine that much after this, but I still want to keep it because I do still like it in other ways, and I will now contact the seller about the missing dust cup filter and how that goes. The seller did, whenever I explained the initial issues to the seller was very quick to offer a refund and offer an apology. He said that apparently he runs an actual eBay company and someone else packed this up and packed it very poorly, which you can see in the unboxing video. That's why parts of the housing were bowed out and why this issue kind of happened, at least initially. I did get these little bits snapped back into place because this plastic is so brittle that it was easy to do. So this machine needs a lot. So basically, I need to fix this issue, and then the machine, it needs a proper turbo brush. It needs that self-cleaning dusting brush that these come with. It needs a HEPA filter, a dustbin filter, and what else? I think that was it. So Fantom Twister update. Finally got the issue with the bin resolved, but now have other issues on my hands. Also, on a side note, the Brittle power clean back there, that's kind of hard to see. I did buy a filter for it, but ended up being the wrong filter. It's a filter for the Pure Air Deluxe, not for the power clean, at least if I remember correctly. It's much too big of a filter. So if I get one of those machines, I'll have a filter for it, but the side filter on that Brittle power clean still is not the correct one, and therefore has not been replaced. So if anyone has any one of those and wants to sell it to me, I'd be very interested. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about this. Not that much, but I don't think I need to show this going back together. But yeah, so I will be putting this back together and contacting the seller regarding the missing dust cup filter. So, yeah. Anyways, this is Inteltech Studios signing out. See you guys in the next video, and I hope y'all have a good one. Peace.